Well, Wednesday, the 2nd of February, we raced at Hollywoodbets, Scottsville. There were 8 races on the card. Welcome to the Raceday review for the afternoon, and it all began in race number 1. It was a maiden plate. This was over 1,200 meters, and 3 horses dominated in race number 1. The Brief, horse number 1, 3 specially selected, and 5 Passage of Power. We'll pick you out a few reruns throughout the show, and in race number 1, well, we got a rerun for you because it ended up a fight between 2 horses, specially selected and Passage of Power. Let's have a look at the closing stages.
Buddy, Gunsmoke's on the outside, running on all around the world on the inside. Specially selected, it's the front at the 200-meter marker. Passage of Power's trying to put on the pressure, but it's specially selected by a neck. Passage of Power's trying to put it together. Specially selected, Passage of Power's coming late on the outside, and now Passage of Power's going to get up from specially selected. Mr. Maloney, all around the world.
A good win from Passage of Power there. There was money for this horse first time out, and it was just the start that cost him at Hollywoodbets Grayville. Down the straight this afternoon, he had to go and first specially selected, and he won a really good race. That result then, race number 1 was 5-3, 12 and 4. We then moved along to race number 2, which was the start of the Place Accumulator, a maiden plate for fillies and mares. This was over 1,750 meters. And in this race, the ever-consistent Sparkling Flame was rewarded for consistency, getting the job done in fine style. Mike Miller and Serena Moodley team up. She got into the number 1 box, beating 13, 14 and 2. So that full result was 5, 13, 14 and 2. We moved along to race number 3, which was the start of the Pick 6, a maiden plate over 1,600 meters. And the Pick 6 this afternoon at Hollywoodbets Scottsville looked a tricky bet to catch. Whilst there were some small fields, there were competitive races, and the first leg was no doubt one of them. If you went in the camp of number 4, Runaway Song from the stable of Justin Snate, then you had to play it wide. And number 11, Manhattan Cafe, coming off that break, won a really good race for Peter Muscat, an informed stable, and Donovan Dillon. So keep an eye on that individual. Took his break really well, opening up the Pick 6. That full result in race number 3 was 11, 6, 4 and 8. Then on to Jackpot 1, which was race number 4. And this was a D division class of fillies and mares, 78 handicap. The distance was 1,600 meters. And again, there was lots of form to work around, but it was left to the horse that dropped down in the ratings to come right back to her best. And I thought it was quite fitting to show the replay of this run, because she dropped down from a very high mark of 100 to a 78 and raced off a net 75. Her name is Jack's Bird. We'll have a look at the closing stages.
Starting to make progress. Big Sky Country's on the inside. Jack's Bird with 250 meters left to go. And we danced on the outside. Shape of You's on the inside. Jack's Bird now trying to find the line the last 100 meters. Down the inside, Shape of You, and we danced. Hot Strike. Jack's Bird, Hot Strike. Jack's Bird, probably from Hot Strike.
Well, a horse that you'll certainly take out of that replay was Hot Strike, who came too late, but it was an enterprising ride by apprentice Rachel Vinegar, going to the front, dictating all the way, and this horse ran all the way to the line. It was a long wait for Dr. Labuschagne, Michael Roberts, but she was rewarded off a very low mark, 11, Jack's Bird, and she came through to open up Jackpot 1. That full result in race number 4, 11, 9, 6 and 10. Moving along to race number 5, which was Jackpot 2. This was over 1,600 meters, a merit-rated 83 handicap. And in this race, the ever-consistent, the solid horse, the honest horse was Master of Destiny, Dennis Dreyer and Sean Veal. And again, he won a really good race, Master of Destiny, now a 4-time winner from his 23 starts. That full result in race number 5 was 5, Master of Destiny, beating 8, 2, and 10. We went along to race number 6. This was over 1,950 meters. It was a merit-rated 73 handicap, a low division class, one of the tougher more competitive races on the card, where after the scratching of horse number 8, Shubaka, it made it wide open, because Shubaka looked like he had the right credentials in black and white to possibly win this. It threw it wide open, and one of the roughies in the race came through to win. Belly Bazooka, Paul Lafferty and apprentice Donald Gertson, no weight on his back. And again, it was another case of front-running tactics. Use the weight to your advantage to the front, and was never sighted. Number 6, Belly Bazooka, winning race number 6. That full result there was 6, 12, 10, and 11. And then the penultimate race on the card was race number 7. And here, on course, we got all the confidence from the stable of Tony Riverland, which was passed on to the racing public. And Tony Riverland got 10 out of 10 for his comments. He thought that his horse will be hard to beat, and so it was. His name is Coin Spinner. We'll have a look at the closing stages.
Coin Spinner being kept together, coming to the final 250. Lord Wiley, Crested Eagle. Go Man Go's on the inside. Coin Spinner, though, still has a length to spare from Go Man Go. He shakes the ground beneath him. Coin Spinner, a born leader to win by 2. Go Man Go, Lord.
Well, he's a horse that's highly regarded by his stable and jockey Keegan DeMello, and we hope that he can go from strength to strength for the winning connections, because after this win, making it 3 on the bounce, he's a horse that you have to follow until he gets beat. He won really well there, number 8, Coin Spinner. That full result in race number 7 was 8, 4, 9, and 3. And then on to the lucky last. Well, it was only going to be percentage winners in the pick 6. Some rough results throughout the afternoon. Horses winning at very big odds. So percentage winners in the pick 6. But the place accumulator was where the action was as well, because you could get any type of result here in race number 8. And that place accumulator jumped to a dividend of 1,670 Rand. And I mentioned percentage winners in that pick 6. Well, you could say it was hard to find Ride the Lightning after winning the maiden last time out, but from a very informed stable of Guard Puller, and she pulled it off to close off the pick 6, number 4, Ride the Lightning. And of the minor positions, well, you did get a run for your money if you were on number 7, Family Favorite, which ran second, and I think her race to winning and finding the number 1 box would be just around the corner. So that was the exacta position there. Number 4 beating horse number 7, and then rounding off that trifecta and forming part of the place accumulator was horse number 10, Flower Season. And that was a wrap of our race meeting at Hollywoodbets Scottsville. And it was an absolute pleasure working alongside Rael Radhakrishna. Sheldon Peters was in the commentary box, and of course the Gold Circle TV team. But for myself, Dees Dayanan, that's a wrap of the Race Day review. And until we meet again, you take care. Salani Gashle.